Top 25 IT Business Analyst Interview Questions and Answers. In the competitive landscape of IT, business analysts play a crucial role in bridging the gap between technology and business needs. This video focuses on the top 25 interview questions that aspiring business analysts may encounter. We will provide insightful answers to these questions, helping candidates prepare effectively for their interviews. Whether you are a seasoned professional or a newcomer, these insights will enhance your readiness and confidence. 1. What do you see as the primary role of a business analyst in an IT project? The primary role of a business analyst in an IT project is to bridge the gap between stakeholders and the technical team. This involves understanding business needs, gathering and documenting requirements, and ensuring that the final solution meets those needs. A business analyst also facilitates communication among stakeholders, helping to prioritize requirements and manage expectations. By analyzing processes and identifying opportunities for improvement, they ensure that the project aligns with the strategic goals of the organization while delivering value to users. Effective collaboration is key to achieving project success. 2. Can you describe your experience with requirements gathering and how you approach it? In my experience with requirements gathering, I prioritize collaboration and communication with stakeholders. I start by conducting interviews and workshops to identify their needs and expectations. I utilize techniques such as surveys and focus groups to gather diverse perspectives. After collecting initial requirements, I analyze and document them clearly, ensuring they are measurable and aligned with project goals. I regularly validate these requirements with stakeholders through reviews and feedback sessions, making adjustments as necessary to capture any evolving needs throughout the project lifecycle. 3. How do you prioritize competing project requirements from different stakeholders? Prioritizing competing project requirements involves a structured approach. First, I engage stakeholders to understand their needs and expectations. I then categorize requirements based on urgency, impact, and alignment with business goals. Utilizing techniques like MOSCOW, must have, should have, could have, and won't have, helps in making clear distinctions. I also consider potential risks and dependencies associated with each requirement. Regular communication ensures stakeholders remain informed about prioritization decisions, fostering collaboration and alignment throughout the project lifecycle. 4. What tools and techniques do you use for data analysis? In data analysis, I primarily utilize tools such as Excel for data manipulation and visualization, SQL for querying databases, and Python for more complex analyses through libraries like Pandas and NumPy. Techniques I employ include statistical analysis, trend analysis, and data visualization to present findings clearly. I also leverage tools like Tableau or Power BI for creating interactive dashboards. This combination of tools and techniques helps me extract insights, identify patterns, and support decision-making effectively across various projects. 5. Explain how you handle changes to project scope during development. Handling changes to project scope requires a structured approach. First, I assess the impact of the change on the project's timeline, resources, and deliverables. I engage with stakeholders to understand the rationale behind the change and gather any new requirements. Once the change is clearly defined, I document it and facilitate a discussion with the project team to evaluate feasibility. If the change is approved, I update project documentation and communicate the adjustments to stakeholders. This ensures everyone is aligned, minimizing disruption and keeping the project on track. 6. Can you describe the difference between functional and non-functional requirements? Functional requirements specify what a system should do, detailing the behaviors, functions, and processes that must be performed. These include specific tasks like user authentication, data processing, and reporting. Non-functional requirements, on the other hand, define how the system performs these functions, focusing on attributes such as performance, security, usability, and scalability. While functional requirements are about what the system does, non-functional requirements address how well it performs those functions, ensuring a robust and efficient user experience. 7. How do you ensure that your analysis aligns with the business strategy? To ensure my analysis aligns with business strategy, I start by understanding the organization's goals and objectives. I engage with key stakeholders to clarify their vision and expectations. Regular communication and collaboration help me gather insights into strategic priorities. I utilize frameworks such as SWOT analysis and balanced scorecard to evaluate how proposed solutions support strategic initiatives. Throughout the project lifecycle, I continuously validate that the requirements reflect the business's direction, adjusting my approach as needed to stay aligned with changing priorities. This ensures that my analysis adds tangible value. 8. Tell me about a challenging project you worked on and how you overcame obstacles. One challenging project involved implementing a new customer relationship management (CRM) system for a large organization. The primary obstacle was resistance from users who were accustomed to the old system. To address this, I conducted workshops to gather feedback and understand their concerns. I collaborated closely with the development team to customize the new system based on user input. Additionally, I organized training sessions that emphasized the benefits of the new system, which helped ease the transition and fostered a more positive attitude toward the change. 9. How do you communicate complex technical information to non-technical stakeholders? Communicating complex technical information effectively requires clarity and empathy. I start by understanding the audience's level of knowledge, then translating technical jargon into relatable concepts. Using analogies or visual aids like charts can help illustrate points. I focus on key takeaways, ensuring stakeholders grasp the implications of the information. Encouraging questions creates an interactive environment, allowing me to gauge understanding and address concerns. Tailoring the message enhances engagement and fosters trust, ensuring stakeholders feel informed and confident in decision-making. 10. What role do you believe a business analyst plays in project management? A business analyst serves as a crucial bridge between stakeholders and the project team. They ensure that the project aligns with business goals by accurately gathering and analyzing requirements. They facilitate communication, helping to clarify expectations and mitigate misunderstandings. By monitoring project progress and stakeholder feedback, they help manage scope changes effectively. Additionally, they play a key role in risk assessment, identifying potential issues early on and proposing solutions, ultimately contributing to the successful delivery of the project. 11. How do you approach stakeholder engagement and relationship building? Engaging stakeholders begins with identifying key individuals and understanding their interests and concerns. I initiate open communication through meetings and interviews, encouraging them to share their insights. Building trust is essential, so I focus on active listening and showing empathy towards their needs. Regular updates and progress reports help maintain transparency. I also advocate for stakeholder involvement in decision-making processes to foster collaboration. By creating a shared vision and establishing rapport, I ensure that all stakeholders feel valued and motivated to contribute to the project's success. 12. Describe a time when you resolved a conflict between stakeholders. In a previous project, two stakeholders had differing views on the project timeline. One prioritized speed while the other emphasized thoroughness. To resolve this, I organized a meeting where both parties could express their concerns. I facilitated the discussion by encouraging active listening and summarizing points. We explored the implications of each approach and collaboratively developed a revised timeline that integrated both perspectives. This not only resolved the conflict but also fostered a sense of collaboration moving forward, ensuring both stakeholders felt valued in the decision-making process. 13. What methods do you use to validate and verify requirements? Validating and verifying requirements involves several methods. I typically employ techniques such as stakeholder reviews, where key participants assess requirements for clarity and completeness. Prototyping is another effective approach, allowing stakeholders to interact with a preliminary version of the product, facilitating feedback. Additionally, conducting requirements traceability ensures that every requirement is linked to its source and can be tracked through the development process. Regular check-ins with stakeholders help ensure alignment and provide opportunities for adjustments based on their input. 14. How do you create and manage user stories and acceptance criteria? Creating and managing user stories involves several key steps. First, I collaborate with stakeholders to gather requirements and ensure their needs are accurately represented. I write user stories in a clear format, typically using the "as a user, I want" functionality, so that benefit structure. This helps clarify the user perspective. Next, I define acceptance criteria for each story, describing the conditions under which a story is considered complete. I prioritize stories based on business value and ensure they are groomed in the backlog. Regular communication with the team is essential for tracking progress and making necessary adjustments. 15. What experience do you have with Agile methodologies? I have extensive experience working in Agile environments, where I have been involved in Scrum and Kanban frameworks. In my previous projects, I participated in daily stand-ups, sprint planning, and retrospective meetings. This hands-on involvement allowed me to collaborate closely with cross-functional teams, ensuring that requirements were well understood and prioritized. I appreciate the iterative nature of Agile, which promotes flexibility and quick adjustments based on stakeholder feedback. Additionally, I have helped facilitate user story creation and maintained a prioritized backlog, enhancing the development process and ensuring timely delivery of valuable features. 16. How do you use process mapping and improvement techniques? Process mapping is a vital tool for understanding and visualizing workflows. I start by identifying the key processes and stakeholders involved. Then, I create visual representations of these processes using tools like flowcharts or swim lane diagrams. This helps in pinpointing inefficiencies and areas for improvement. By engaging stakeholders in workshops, I gather insights and feedback, which guide iterative refinements. Once the process is mapped, I use techniques like Lean or Six Sigma to implement improvements, ensuring that changes align with business goals and enhance efficiency. 17. Can you provide an example of how data visualization supported your analysis? Data visualization played a crucial role in a project where we analyzed customer behavior for a retail client. By using visual tools like dashboards and charts, I transformed complex data sets into easily digestible visuals. This approach enabled stakeholders to quickly grasp trends and patterns, facilitating informed decision-making. For instance, a heat map illustrated peak shopping times, allowing the client to optimize staffing and inventory. The visualizations not only simplified discussions but also enhanced stakeholder engagement, making our findings actionable and directly tied to business objectives. 18. How do you assess and measure the impact of a proposed solution on the business? To assess and measure the impact of a proposed solution on the business, I first establish clear metrics aligned with business objectives. This involves identifying key performance indicators, KPIs, that reflect desired outcomes, such as increased efficiency, cost savings, or improved customer satisfaction. Next, I conduct a cost-benefit analysis to evaluate potential gains against implementation costs. Post-implementation, I gather feedback through surveys and performance data to analyze the solution's effectiveness. Regular monitoring ensures adjustments can be made for continuous improvement and alignment with business goals. 19. Describe how you adapt your approach based on project feedback. Adapting my approach based on project feedback involves actively listening and integrating insights from stakeholders. I regularly conduct feedback sessions to understand concerns and suggestions. Based on this input, I assess the project's current direction and identify necessary adjustments. This may involve revising requirements, altering communication strategies, or modifying project timelines. By remaining flexible, I ensure that the project meets stakeholder expectations while fostering a collaborative environment. Continuous improvement is key, as it enhances both project outcomes and relationships with team members and stakeholders. 20. What strategies do you use to facilitate effective workshops and meetings? To facilitate effective workshops and meetings, I employ several strategies. First, I clearly define the objectives and agenda beforehand, ensuring all participants understand the purpose. I encourage participation by creating a welcoming environment where everyone feels comfortable sharing their ideas. Utilizing collaborative tools such as whiteboards or digital platforms helps visualize concepts and engage the group. I also manage time effectively, keeping discussions focused and on track, while allowing flexibility for valuable input. Lastly, summarizing key points and assigning action items at the end ensures clarity and follow-through. 21. How do you handle tight deadlines and pressure in your role? Handling tight deadlines and pressure requires a structured approach. I prioritize tasks by assessing their urgency and impact on the project. Utilizing tools like project management software helps to keep track of progress and allocate resources effectively. I maintain open communication with stakeholders, providing regular updates and managing expectations. When faced with pressure, I focus on staying organized and calm, breaking tasks into manageable pieces. This not only ensures productivity but also fosters collaboration among team members, allowing us to navigate challenges together while maintaining quality. 22. What metrics do you consider important in measuring project success? Key metrics for measuring project success include stakeholder satisfaction, project delivery within budget, adherence to timelines, and quality of deliverables. Tracking return on investment, ROI, helps assess financial performance, while user adoption rates indicate how well the solution meets user needs. Additionally, measuring the frequency of defects or issues post-launch provides insights into product quality. These metrics collectively offer a comprehensive view of project performance, ensuring that objectives align with business goals and that improvements can be identified for future initiatives. 23. How do you ensure your documentation is clear and accessible to all stakeholders? To ensure documentation is clear and accessible, I focus on using straightforward language and avoiding jargon. I utilize templates for consistency and organize content logically, starting with key points followed by detailed information. Visual aids like diagrams and flowcharts enhance understanding. I also consider the audience's needs, tailoring the format, such as summaries for executives and detailed documents for technical teams. Regular feedback from stakeholders helps refine the documentation, ensuring it meets their requirements and is easy to navigate. 24. What key skills and qualities do you believe are essential for a successful IT business analyst? A successful IT business analyst should possess strong analytical skills to interpret complex data and identify trends. Excellent communication skills are crucial for conveying technical concepts clearly to stakeholders. Adaptability is important, as projects can change rapidly, requiring flexibility in approach. Additionally, a deep understanding of both business processes and technology helps bridge gaps between technical and non-technical teams. Finally, strong problem-solving abilities enable analysts to address challenges effectively, ensuring project goals are met while maintaining stakeholder satisfaction. 25. Can you discuss a time when you had to solve a business problem using data analysis techniques? In a recent project, our team faced declining customer retention rates. I initiated a data analysis to identify patterns in customer behavior. By collecting data from various sources, including CRM and feedback surveys, I employed techniques such as regression analysis and segmentation. The analysis revealed that a significant number of customers disengaged after specific interactions. Based on these insights, I collaborated with the marketing team to redesign customer engagement strategies, which ultimately led to a 15% increase in retention over 6 months. As we wrap up our exploration of the top 25 IT business analyst interview questions and answers, it's clear that preparation is key to success in this field. By familiarizing yourself with these questions and honing your responses, you can present yourself as a knowledgeable and confident candidate. Remember, each interview is an opportunity to showcase your skills and understanding of the role. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe for more insightful content. Your support helps us create more valuable resources for your career journey. Thank you for watching.